Privileged White Male Radio. A different intro theme. I think it's a little more appropriate based on what's going on. rodgraphing@gmail.com is my email address. Now that I figured out this problem with Spreaker, I can just keep it a little shorter, and I guess I can upload them now. So I'll be back, doing short podcasts, trying to stay focused and talking extremely fast. Just a little bit of perspective here, again, on a lot of the shit that's going on. Revolving the Philando Castile case in Minnesota. I've heard a lot of news, a lot of interviews with the family and, of course, his fiancée, Diamond Reynolds, who was in the car and live streamed on Facebook after the fact. But one thing that seems to be glossed over in both of these cases, the one in Minneapolis and the one in Baton Rouge with Alton Sterling, the CD guy selling CDs. First, the one in Minnesota, Philando Castile, had a license to conceal and carry. Let the cop know. Supposedly. We don't know this because we don't see it or hear it because the video doesn't start till after the fact. Supposedly let the cop know that he has a gun and has a concealed carry permit. If you listen to Ms. Reynolds' video, at the very beginning, you can hear a very distraught police officer screaming, "I told him to keep his hands where they were." Now, how has this been completely forgotten and glossed over in this, what has now sparked protests and shootings of police officers? The fact that the cop said, "Keep your hands where I can see him," obviously that means that Mr. Castile, she even says, you told him to get his license registration. He may have walked up to the car, the cop, walked up to the car and said, "Can I see your license registration, please?" And that's when Mr. Castile said, "I have a gun, I have a permit to carry." And the cop at that point probably said, "Keep your hands where I can see them." And then Mr. Castile may have then reached into his whatever, somewhere, his jacket pocket, his shirt, somewhere, his pants pocket. That sudden movement is what caused the police officer to shoot. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that this wasn't a mistake and that there couldn't have been a million other ways that this went down where Mr. Castile shouldn't have died, shouldn't have been shot. But something that officer saw caused him to think Mr. Castile was going to pull the gun on him or harm him in some way. Otherwise, he wouldn't have shot. See, this is the part that gets glossed over when Minnesota Governor Mark Dayton comes out and starts crying racism. This is why I'm tired of the racist argument. Does race play a role in either of these incidents? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. We can argue that all fucking day long. But for Jesus Christ's sake, in both of these instances, the guys had guns and they made movements that caused the cops to think that they were in danger, and they got shot. Okay, so mistake at a very minimum. Okay, I can buy that. Wrongful death, I can buy that. Accident, I can buy that. Murder? I can't buy that. Where's the intent? You people know nothing about the law. Some of you asswipes out there on Facebook, some of you morons that are on the radio. I'm not a lawyer, but even I know there has to be intent. Malice aforethought. Ever heard of it before? Apparently not. These cops didn't approach these men with the intent to kill them, to hunt them, to assassinate them, to cause their lives to be ended. That was never the intent. But that's the way this shit is being portrayed now. In the news, by government officials, by Black Lives Matter, by the families of these two men. And I can't say that in the case of Alton Sterling down in Baton Rouge. I haven't heard anything from his family. They have been solely focused on Philando Castile and Diamond Reynolds because of her fucking Facebook video. Jesus Christ, people! How do we not gain a bit of perspective here that this is a really strange fucking case? Horrible and tragic, but good God. Can we detach our emotions for just a minute and look at this with an ounce of fucking common sense? Please. Trying to say that the assassination of police officers in Dallas is not related to this? Where are those outcries? Oh, the blood of 5 dead cops are on your hands, Black Lives Matter. You black protesters, how come that charge isn't being leveled? Because it's being leveled the other way. The racist card is being played. The blood of these 2 men is on the hands of Whitey. That's what's being said in essence when you bring race into this. All right. Got to be short. How about some discussion on this? I know you're out there listening. I see you listening. I see your on my stats. So it's rodgraphing@gmail.com. Really easy. Drop me a line. Hell, text me. 701-840-1405. There you go. There's my phone number. Bill collectors have it. They fucking bug me all day. I wouldn't mind getting a few texts from you people if that's what you want to do. Find me on Facebook. I'm there too. You know my name. All right, that's it. Thanks for listening.